They be like, Nesh. Now I'm like, no, it's
Niche.
Nesh.
Nigga,
Yeah.
like,
Thank you.
clearly that shit say niche, bro. Like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing?
She up next. You see her?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We working.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Tink and Naturally Niche is in the building.
As Victor is getting his alterations in this season to his suit that he is trying on, um, what do you want the viewers to take from the character's evolution?
That everybody deserves space. Like even even the brother that has done a lot of wrong.
Actually, what do you think sets your work apart in the electronic music landscape, and how do you see it influencing the industry?
Wow. I think with me, I'm from Chicago, so the genre of house music was started there, born there. And so if you look at what the landscape of what the artists are doing, like Beyonce, like last year what Drake is doing, even with Lizzo, everything is going back to dance music. And so that's where it comes from Chicago. It's in my roots, it's in my blood. And to be representing that on this type of a excuse me, it's amazing.
Again, what is your creative process in making sure you tell your story and you have your own voice aside from your influences growing up?
That's a good question. It's a conversation with myself before anything. Before the songs are released, it's a conversation with me, or me and someone else.
Yes.
But I would say that's pretty much the main influence. It starts there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. How do you balance, what to ask, what not to ask, with making sure your guests feel comfortable and making sure you're not overstepping?
Yeah, the great question. Um, it's pretty much what you two are doing now, right? There's no cards, there's no laptop questions. You're kind of like just feeling the mood and the vibe. And I think once you could tell somebody's energy, it allows you to kind of know, like, okay, I can like go more into it. So that's my process too.
Were there any intentional choices made in the storytelling format that you believe contributed to the series' impact?
We really wanted to make a show about things that we all think throughout the day, but maybe don't say out loud. There was a Carl Jung quote that was our North Star. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. So hopefully we did that.
So y'all music have, translated and traveled through generations with famous TikToks, people kind of remixing the song. How does that feel? Literally.
We almost had, we were performing tonight, we almost brought Frazier with us to come have some fun. I mean, it's just amazing. It's a blessing. Again, we always wanted to make timeless records that made people feel good, made people dance, made people fall in love. So to be here and to be able to continue to sing our records we're honored.
Quickly talk about just not only you being a creator, but the voice on the radio. Talk about how important it is for you to always have those other avenues to open up and be able to express yourself, whether that's through comedy or whatever other way you want to express yourself. How is that process for you and keeping it authentic to you?
Man, one thing I will always say, if you're a creative in this space, get as many avenues as you possibly can to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get one that's gonna pay the bills, one that's fun, but always be within your creativity, because one, as you saw within the pandemic, one can get shut down, but you got other things. So yes, being a creative is a tough thing. It's not an easy thing to do, but get as many platforms and build them up. Take your time and do your thing.
30 years is coming up for So So Def. In what ways do you plan to celebrate?
Well, I mean, so the celebration for So So Def 30 is going to be a So So Def festival. Basically, it's funny, we at a festival right now.
How do your brand ensure that it stays culturally relevant while appealing to those people that are outside of that immediate hip hop community?
Well, we just maintain a great tasting product. I always feel like if your product, is a great tasting product, I mean, you might have a core group of people that you market to, but you can have anybody pick your product and be like, whoa, the Rap Snacks, the rapper was one thing, but the product is actually good, right? So that helps expand your brand outside of your core business because they just love good tasting product.
I love being surrounded by journalists.